There's a lot of chit chat regularly on LinkedIn about the 4-day working week and how, oh look, it increases levels of well-being and it's so achievable. Like, no, it's not, I'm afraid. Listen, I think we're all being scammed with this 4-day working week. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love a 4-day working week. It would be wonderful, but I think we are being naively optimistic if we think that we can get people to do 5 days work in 4. Now, I know that there are so-called scientific studies out there showing that if you give people 3 days off a week, then somehow, miraculously, their productivity increases by a whole 20%, and they're able to do 5 days work in 4. And yet, I think these studies are skewed by one key thing. We are incentivizing people to get 5 days work done in 4. I mean, let me put it this way. If I were to tell you or someone in your family that if you can work harder for a 3-month time period and show me over the next 3 months during this pilot or trial, if you can show me that you can do 5 days work in 4, I will permanently give you a 3-day weekend every week with no reduction in pay. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd work my absolute socks off for that. I would work my socks off for that, and I would work really hard. There would be no more LinkedIn, no more BBC News, no more frequent trips to the fridge.
I love refrigerators.
Or to the coffee machine, no more chit chat, no more surfing the bloody phone, no more time wasting. You know, and we all love a good time waster, don't we? There'd be no more of that, and I would get the job done. And then what's going to happen, this is my prediction, what's going to happen. All these companies out there are going to introduce the 4-day working week, and then their productivity is going to plummet. Because very quickly, people are going to adjust, adapt, take their foot off the pedal, and go back to what they were doing before.
Seems familiar.
And before we know it, companies are going to be offering 4-day working weeks with 3-day hot weekends, right? And they're going to just have to hire more and more staff to get the job done. Now, where could the 4-day working week actually work? Well, we already do it in some industries. It's called job and knock. I think if instead of making it a permanent feature, if we incentivize people to work their socks off every day over the long term, it could work. So we could say to people, if you get all your work done by Thursday, you can have Friday off. It's not promised. You've got to get the work done by Thursday.
I'll get it done. I'll get it done, Janet.
You could say, we'll do a quarterly review of productivity. And every quarter we will review productivity. And if productivity is dipping below a particular level, then I'm afraid we're all just going to have to work a 5-day working week until we get the productivity back to where it should be. So we don't give it to people, and therefore you can't take it for granted. As soon as we start to take these 4 days and this 3-day weekend for granted, I think that's it, we're done. Productivity is going to plummet. I tell you, the 4-day working week it's a catastrophe and a nightmare we are walking into. Don't fall for the scam.